Even the famous sparkle is partly a sales job. A diamond doesn't come out of the ground gleaming. It comes out as a dull, greasy pebble you'd walk right past. That dazzling brilliance is cut into it by hand, using precise angles engineered to throw back the maximum amount of light. And those proportions were then marketed hard as the ideal, the proper way a diamond should look, conveniently the cut that wastes the most rough stone and costs the most to produce. So the fire you fell in love with in the display case isn't really nature's magic. It's optics, geometry, and a century of telling you that more sparkle should mean more money. And every serious stone now arrives with a certificate, a grading report that reads like a scientific lab result, full of measurements and grades and official-looking seals. It feels like proof, hard evidence that you're buying something precise and rare. But that paperwork does something quietly clever. By scoring every diamond on its own unique combination of grades, it makes any two stones almost impossible to compare directly, which means it's almost impossible to tell if you're overpaying. The report dresses the diamond in the language of science. But a lot of what it's really doing is making sure you can never quite price check the thing in your hand. Here's the fact the jewelry counter would rather you never heard. The overwhelming majority of diamonds pulled from the earth aren't precious at all. They're industrial, so common and so cheap that we crush them up and glue them onto drill bits, saw blades, and sandpaper. Only a thin sliver of all mined diamonds are gem quality, and even those, as you now know, were never truly scarce. So the same material we use to grind through concrete is, with the right cut and the right story, sold to you for the price of a car. It was never about the stone. It was always about which stones they let you see. Which brings us back to the very beginning. Why does your $5,000 ring sell for $2,000 the next day? Because the resale value is the one number the entire system depends on you never finding out. New diamonds are sold to you at retail, with the marketing, the markup, the monopoly baked in. But a used diamond is just a rock with no story attached.